Hello children, let's continue with chapter number 6, that is lines and angles of standard 9th. Let us now study about parallel lines, the transversals and the forms or pairs of angles that are formed between the parallel lines and the transversals. And then we are going to use these properties for solving examples. Now let us see what intersecting lines are. So here I have a line L and then I have a line M which have intersected at a point. Then I have line L and line M. Here in this case they are parallel to each other. They are not at all going to meet, so they are parallel to each other. Now next we come up to intersecting lines, parallel lines and transversal. So I have a line L and line M which are intersecting lines because when I extend them they'll intersect somewhere. Now I have another set of lines. Here line L and M are parallel to each other. Now let us see about the transversal. So this is one line which is intersecting both L and M. Let me name it as T. This T is known as a transversal which is intersecting both the given lines. Here also for the parallel lines I have the transversal T. It is intersecting both L and M. Now let us see about the angles that are formed with the transversal. Now that's a set of lines, a pair of lines, L and M. We have a transversal T. In that case, we are getting 8 angles in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we have in all 8 angles when we have 2 lines and a transversal. Now angles formed with transversals. There are various type of angles with various pairs of angles, and then we'll learn about their properties also. First, let us discuss about the pair of angles. Exterior angles. Before I start directly with the pair of angles, let us try to understand what exterior and interior angles are. Now here, when I say exterior angles, I mean they are out of the 2 lines L and M. So, angle 1, 2, 7 and 8 are exterior angles. When I talk about interior angles, I mean they are between the 2 lines L and M. So, angle 3, 4, 5 and 6 are interior angles. Next, the first pair of angles which are formed with the transversal are corresponding angles. Now let us see what corresponding angles are. Angle 1 and angle 5. They are corresponding angles. Now let us consider the transversal as the partition. Then I have line L and M already over there. Now if I talk about angle 1 and angle 5, I can say that they are on the left side of the transversal. I am taking the transversal as the partition. So 1 and 5 are on the left hand side of the transversal and they are above the given 2 lines. So left above, that is angle 1 and angle 5. So they are corresponding angles. Next, left below. This is another pair of corresponding angles. Then let me move to the right hand side of the transversal. So right above, is another pair of corresponding angles, that is angle 2 and 6. Finally, we are left out with one more pair right below, right below, that is 3 and 7. They are again corresponding angles. Let's note them down. So these are the four pair of corresponding angles. These are there when there are two lines and one transversal. Now the next pair of angles, they are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Interior angles. That means we are now talking about angle 3, 4, 5 and 6 only. Now interior angles on the same side of the transversal. That means either on the left side of the transversal or on the right side of the transversal. So I am talking about angle 4 and angle 5 once, and then I will talk about angle 3 and angle 6. These angles are also called as co-interior angles, or they are also known as allied angles. So, angle 4 and 5 form co-interior angles. Similarly, angle 3 and angle 6 also form co-interior angles. Let us proceed with the next set of angles. They are alternate interior angles. Now again we have the word interior, so we are again focusing on angle 3, 4, 5 and 6. The word is used as alternate. Alternate will mean one on left side, one on the other side. They will not be together on one side. So that is what alternate means. So we have two pairs of alternate interior angles, that is 4 and 6. The next pair is 3 and 5. So they are on one side each of the transversal. The next set of angles, that is alternate exterior angles. Now we are focusing on exterior angles. That means we are focusing on 1, 2, 7 and 8. But the word is alternate, so one on each side of the transversal. So the pair of angles are angle 1 and 7. The next pair is angle 2 and 8. Relation between the angles in pair formed with parallel lines and transversal. Now if the lines are parallel, then there are certain facts regarding all the angles that we have studied. Now if the corresponding angles are there, they are equal in length. So if the lines are parallel, corresponding angles will be equal to each other. Here with this, we get the corresponding angle axiom. Moreover, we are going to study about its converse also. Let us see the axiom. The statement is, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. So, if the lines are told to be parallel, then the corresponding angles will be equal. That is the corresponding angles axiom. Let us see about its converse. If a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. In this case, we are told that the corresponding angles are equal. We conclude that the lines are parallel. Next set, that is alternate interior angle theorem and its converse. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angle is equal. So we are told that the lines are parallel. We conclude that the alternate interior angles are equal. Now the converse of it, if a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. In the converse, we are told that the alternate interior angles are equal, and hence we conclude that the lines are parallel. Here we have named them. As we know, the alternate interior angles will be equal if the lines are parallel. So we can say that 4 equal to 6, 3 equal to 5. The same is true for the exterior angles also. 1 equal to 7, 2 equal to 8. Let's take on the last type of angles here. They are interior angles, and the statement of interior angle theorem is, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Here we have to focus on the word supplementary regarding corresponding angles and alternate interior angles or alternate exterior angles. They were equal, whereas when we talk about co-interior angles, they are supplementary. Now we are talking about the co-interior angles. Here we are already told that the lines are parallel. So the co-interior angles will be supplementary. So we can say that 4 plus 5 equal to 180 and 3 plus 6 equal to 180 degree. Let us see the converse. If a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. In short, for the converse, we are told that the co-interior angles are supplementary. We conclude that the lines are parallel. Let us write the statements. Here we can say that angle 4 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degree and angle 3 plus angle 6 equal to 180 degree, because they are supplementary when the lines are parallel. With this, we come to the end of this topic. We have lots of examples to solve. We are going to use all these properties and solve lots of examples. Till then, thank you. Goodbye.